Hi, I'm Charlie from Summary Sanctum. What if I told you that every success, every failure, and every bit of peace you experience isn't really determined by your job or your relationships or your bank account, but by what's happening right here, inside your own head? That's the powerful idea we're digging into today. Mastering your inner world is the absolute key to mastering your outer world. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Forget about your circumstances, your past, or luck for a minute. The single greatest predictor of where your life is headed is the quality of your mind. Now, that's a bold claim, for sure, and it's the foundation for everything we're about to unpack. Get this. Every single day, your mind creates around 60,000 thoughts. That's just a constant storm of mental chatter. And for most of us, this whole process is on complete autopilot. It's basically like an untrained puppy just going nuts in your head, creating chaos. Which, raises the real question. Are you in charge of your thoughts, or are they in charge of you? And that right there is the core problem. An untrained mind is like a storm factory. It's constantly replaying old arguments, practicing worst-case scenarios, and creating conflicts that don't even exist. Left unchecked, it's basically a self-sabotage machine. And this contrast, this is everything. On one side, you've got the untrained mind, chaotic, impulsive, reactive. But on the other, the trained mind, clear, intentional, responsive. The source material puts it perfectly. A wandering mind creates a wandering life. When your thoughts just drift all over the place, guess what else drifts? Your decisions, your discipline, your whole future. Okay, and this right here, this is the game-changing shift in perspective. See, most of us treat every single thought that pops into our head as if it's a direct order we have to follow. But they're not commands. They're just suggestions from your brain. And you're the CEO of your mind. You're the one who decides which suggestions get your attention and energy and which ones actually get to shape your reality. Which leads us to probably the single most liberating idea in this entire explainer. You are not your thoughts. Just understanding that one little separation, that's what gives you all the power back. So if you're not your thoughts, who are you? Well, you're the observer. Think of it like this, right? You're standing on a bridge over a busy highway. All those cars whizzing by, those are your thoughts. Now, you don't have to jump down into traffic and get swept away by every single one, do you? No, you can just stand back and watch them go by. And that ability to just watch, that is your power. And this brings up a question that honestly just changes everything. Seriously, pause on this for a second. If you are your thoughts, then who is the one noticing them? Who's aware that the thinking is even happening? That awareness, that observer, that's the real you. Okay, so knowing you're the observer is the big insight. That's great. But how do you actually use that, especially when things get intense? Well, that brings us to the practical solution. A super simple, really powerful drill you can use anytime, anywhere to get back in control. It's literally a 3-second process. That's it. Step 1, when that negative thought shows up, you name it. Just say, oh, hey, there's the fear thought again, or, yep, that's self-doubt talking. Naming it gives you distance. Step 2, an emotion pops up. You label it. I am feeling frustrated. It kind of takes the sting out of it. And step 3, the most important one, when you feel that impulse to react, you just pause, just for 3 seconds. That little gap, that's where you find your freedom. So what's this whole drill really about? It's built on one single principle, creating just enough space, a tiny bit of breathing room, to shift from a mindless, automatic reaction to a conscious, intentional response. It's a small shift, but trust me, one leads to regret, and the other, it leads to you being in command. I just love this next idea. Your emotions, they're simply information, not instructions. Think of it this way. Your feelings are like the weather report, not the steering wheel of your car. So yeah, the report might be screaming hurricane warning, but you're still the one who gets to say, okay, thanks for the heads up, I'm still deciding where we're going. And really, here's the choice we all face every single moment. If you just run on autopilot, you're basically handing over the keys. You're giving up your power. And the world, with all its chaos and all its triggers, it will happily choose your state of mind for you. But when you pause, when you choose your response, you're the one in command. Simple as that. So what's the payoff for all this practice? What happens when you do this consistently? Well, you get to a place where your inner world isn't your enemy anymore. In fact, it becomes your greatest ally. You stop being a passenger just getting thrown around by the storm, and you become the pilot. You're at the controls. It's a state of total command. And the benefits, oh man, they are profound. You get real clarity, so you're not just lost in that mental fog all the time. Your energy is finally pointed at your goals, not wasted fighting pointless battles in your head. You develop this unshakable composure, even when things get tough. Your decisions become intentional, not just knee-jerk reactions. And all of that, it leads to a deep, real, lasting peace. Ultimately, it all boils down to this one final truth. The life you experience on the outside is just a direct mirror of the order or the chaos that you cultivate on the inside. When you master the inner game, the outer game has no choice but to follow. So here's the challenge. The next time you feel that impulse, the next time that negative thought pops up, that's the test. That's your moment of truth. And you've got a choice. Are you going to react on autopilot? Or are you going to pause, observe, and intentionally choose to be in control, to choose your power?